Hey, hey, Joe Gill here, and I'm here to talk to you about Sydney, Australia. And basically, I was there back in February 2011, and it's pretty simple. Did a little research before I went on this trip, and the thing is, it's completely legal there. And basically, in the whole country, Australia, believe it or not, is one of the places where it's very legal and pretty much regulated, sort of like Holland and Nevada. So anyway, I have a website. In my research and stuff like that, there's a website. It's basically called hookerlooker.biz. This is kind of what should sort of pop up onto your screen. And when you kind of go to the website, or if of course, if you do like a Bing or a Google search, maybe other places might pop up also. So anyway, as I was looking through, some of these places seem kind of pricey. It's going to cost you anywhere from at least $100 on up to like about $300, but I'll give you some of the two least expensive places I found. Now, in the actual majority of these places, they were like outside of Sydney, or just outside. Like look, you got this place called Amore, 671 King Street, St. Peters, wherever the fuck that is. But it's expensive. This place is expensive. Look, back in 2011, it was $165 for 30 minutes, $220 for 45, $280 for 60 minutes. Anyway, there's this place in King's Cross that I think is pretty inexpensive. The address is 48 Kellett Street, and I think it's called Moodso. Kellett Street in King's Cross, and I went there, and where it is, there's a bar called Porky's. And it goes down that street, and then there's a street that winds around, and it's towards the back, and it almost looks like you're going into a house. Anyway, what I basically paid was $95 for a Kiwi girl. I was 40 years old at the time. She was a little bit older, probably about 48 or 49. But it was $95 for 30 minutes. She was from New Zealand. That's what I meant by Kiwi, And, but she had a great attitude. Oh, she was totally like sweet, friendly, bubbly, and I had a good time with her. Now there's another place, but like I said, it was $95 for 30 minutes. I mean, that's probably the best that you might do, like in town. And honestly, there's not, unless it's changed, there's not too many places that might not really be in town. I don't know. I didn't do what I would consider a real thorough or extensive, research or whatever. Anyway, there's another place, I didn't get the name. It's kind of like an Asian sort of like massage type place, but it's in Rydalmere. And this will kind of be a little bit of a pilgrimage. It's outside of Sydney, but you can take like the train, like the underground or the subway or tube station. And the address is 19A Brodie Street, Rydalmere. That's Ridalmer. And it's at the train station in Rydalmere. And it's either that one or it's this one at 22 Brodie Street, Brodie. And it's like 2 minutes from the train station. You can just walk right there. Actually, from what I remember, as you got off, it was like kind of just across the street and down about 100 feet or something like that. But there, I mean, it was like $50 for 10 minutes, 60 for 20, 75 for 30. So, that you can get for $60 to $80 for like maybe 30 minutes. And looking through that hookerlooker.biz, that's the best you can probably do. Anyway, on a different note, going out to some of the bars and the pubs, the bouncers and the some of the bouncers, they're really kind of sticklers, and they're kind of jerks. It's tough to go out there and enjoy a night of drinking, because twice I was turned away. Once I was turned away, another time I was kind of turned away. And what it is, they turn you away because they're looking for an excuse to accuse you of being like too drunk or whatever. I mean, I had a situation where it was across the street at a Cheers bar, and I went to go over across. It was at the beginning of the night. I literally only had one beer, and the bouncer wouldn't let me in. And I'm standing here talking to him, and normal. It's not like I was slurring my speech, or I wasn't. I just basically had a beer, but he wouldn't let me up to the place. He said, "I'm sorry. I feel you had too much to drink. I can't let you in." And then that was towards the end of my trip. But at the first night of my trip, I had the same problem. But I actually got into the bar, and it was the bartender was trying to say something. Well, the manager came outside and talked to me. He said, "Oh, well, the bartender had a problem. She was trying to say that you had too much to drink or whatever." And it was only like 10 o'clock at night. And again, I had stopped, and it was down at a street that went into the King's Cross area. And this was actually in King's Cross. Now, there's several different places to go out and drink in King's Cross. So the manager was saying, "Well, it seems like you're okay. And so if you want to come in and drink, you can." And I thought, you know what? I go, "You know what, dude? I'm looking across the street. I'm looking around me at the different bars." I said, "If this is kind of how you treat your customers, or this is kind of how you are, I'd rather take my business elsewhere. So no thanks, I'm not going to come into your bar." Because I was kind of like pissed off. Now what I did is I ended up running into a local. And because my attitude, I figured, okay, this sounds like a local problem. And I asked him, I said, "What's the deal? Why am I being turned away, or what's this freaking problem?" And he said, "Oh, mate, they've been having a lot of problems here with fights and all that stuff. So, that's why. So they're being really strict and doing this and doing that." And I go, "Well, to me, that sounds like a local problem. I didn't fly all the way over here 14 hours, 6,000, 8,000 or whatever miles it is to cause trouble." So, that's just something to keep in mind if you kind of want to go out. In a nutshell, I haven't been back. I kind of don't necessarily, overall, it wasn't really an outstanding trip. I would say an outstanding trip for me in a sense. But you know what? If you don't drink and you're not interested, then don't let it discourage you and all that. But other than that, check it out. Go to hookerlooker.biz. I gave you a little bit of information. That's it. I was there for a week. I only got laid twice and all that. But like I said, it's a little bit on the pricey side. It could cost you up to around $300, but it was all right. But anyway, until next time, like, subscribe, comment, do what you got to do. Until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.